Hello, everyone. I'm Dennis.
I'm Andrew.
We are the Crafty Lumberjacks. We're coming to you live from Astoria, Queens, New York. We're so excited to get crafty with you all today. Thank you all for being here. Today, we are making the 3D paper star wands for the summer.
Yes, these are so fun. You can wave them around. You can put them in a centerpiece. They're really so versatile. So that's why we actually love this craft. This is a craft that we do throughout the year. We don't just do it for the summer months. This is a great craft to do during the holidays. It's really versatile. So once you learn this technique, you can use it all year long.
Yeah, and what's great about this is you really only need a few materials to make them. All you really need is paper and scissors.
Yes.
You can make them any size you want. We even make them big here. This is a 12 by 12 star. All you need is 2 pieces of paper to make this. Big impact for very little. And again, Andrew said, I think it's great for a party, for a barbecue,
a baby
for
shower,
the holidays, a
yes.
wedding, anything. You know, you can.
You
really
could even fill this up with like a gift. You could make this a gift box. That would be really cool. I mean, it's really so versatile. And like Dennis said, you really don't need a lot. You need a pair of scissors and 2 pieces of paper for 1 star. So if you're not crafting along or you weren't planning to, you still have time to run right now, grab some materials. Even if it's just computer paper, you can still do that and you can create some paper stars. Actually, you do need some glue too.
Yes, glue. Good call. Good call.
We caught ourselves.
Yes.
But come on, 3 materials, that is basically nothing to make some beautiful paper stars.
Yes, we do these classes every month with Fiskars and Michael. So thank you to them for having us.
Yes.
Next month, we're going to be making these paper cicadas.
Cicadas.
And what's really fun about these is that we added them to a clothespin so that you can even put these around your yard, in your tree, wherever you like to put them. But these are really fun. We're going to be making these on July 23rd. We'll send the link for that. So hopefully you can join us then too.
Yeah,
and we're also going to be doing a giveaway at the end of today's class. So we hope you stay for the giveaway. That is just offered to the people that are watching today live right now here.
Yes. And if you've been to our class before, you know every class has a giveaway. I was doing the math. We've had over 30 giveaway winners over the past couple of years. So your chances are great. And you win some really nice quality Fiskars products.
Yes, we have people in from Virginia, North Carolina. We have Crafty Debbie here with her Bearded Dragon Diva.
Oh,
we have
Diva.
Austin in the house. Okay, so should we get started?
Let's get started. And before we actually start, let me just say that this is kind of like an origami style craft. And as we do this, sometimes it might feel like you're lagging a little behind. But the trick with these stars is we do one side of the star first, then the other side of the star, and they are exactly the same. So we're going to do this process over and over and over. So if you do find yourself falling behind, don't worry. We are going to do it again.
And I just want to shout out, we're going to be using the Fiskars kid scissors today. We love the kid scissors. We have a niece and nephew, and they are obsessed with these scissors.
Yes.
They're really great. These are the 5-inch scissors. They have from 4 to 6, and they come in a wide variety of different colors and styles. What's great about them is that they have the blunt edge here, so making it extra super safe for the kiddos. They really thought about everything, and they also have a larger handle here, which aids in maximum comfort for kids and people of any ages, any size.
Yes.
And what's great about these is that the kids scissors are even as strong as the adult scissors. So we're going to be crafting really with just these today.
I am the type of crafter who I will grab whatever is on hand while I'm immersed in a project. So many times these are right on hand, and I will use the kid scissors. They fit my hand very comfortably. So these are great for all ages, and it really is nice and safe, and they cut so well.
Yes. All right. So let's get started.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with a square. And Felicia, can we do the other angle? Thank you. And now, there are many ways to cut a square. I'm going to show you how to cut a square using our paper trimmer right here.
Yes, and the paper trimmer is part of our giveaway today as well.
It is. So if you don't have a paper trimmer, this is your chance to get one. Now, what I love about the Fiskars paper trimmer is this extended arm, which is a long ruler. So you get 15 inches of measurements right here, which is really, really great. They make everything really easy to understand. So if you're
also, just shout out to our cat here who's crafting along.
Teddy has
been, struggling in this heat, but he's here anyway.
So our our stars, we're going to start with 6x6, two 6x6 squares. And let me just show you how I'm going to cut this. So I lined it up right to the 6. See how easy that is? You can see the 6 right here. And then I'm going to hold my paper down and hold also this bar. And you just want to make sure the paper isn't moving. And then I'm going to take the slider and slide it up. And that's how easy it is. This is another tool that when our niece and nephew come, they always grab it. I don't know why. They love to grab our paper cutter and they just start making all these different projects with it.
I was going to say, let's be honest. They pretty much grab any kind of craft project materials that we have.
I
when
know.
they leave this place, it's a mess.
But Anderson is always obsessed with the paper cutter. So right now we have two squares just like that. But let's say you're at home right now and you do not have a paper trimmer. Let me just show you what I like to call the snowflake trick. You know, every year I feel like we make snowflakes and you usually want to start with a square. And this is how, at least we do it. I'm going to take my, this is just a piece of cardstock. You could use computer paper, construction paper, and I am going to fold it down, right, aligning. I'm going to align this, my left corner, down to the edge. And I just want to crease it. So I'm going to hold it with my finger and then crease it down just like that. And now you can see when I open it, we have this leftover part. I'm going to just take my scissors and I'm just going to give it a cut. Now for this project we're doing, the paper stars,
don't cut the cat.
Don't cut the, well, I have our Safe
he
Kid
probably
scissors.
would love a haircut.
You know, sometimes we think about that during the summer. Should we trim his hair?
Yes.
You do want to
say my grandson was also obsessed with my paper trimmer when he come over. There's something about it. There's something about it. That glide is so smooth and now so satisfying.
We have a perfect square just from a piece of cardstock.
Yeah. So really, like Andrew said, I think we need 2 pieces of equal size papers.
Yes.
Correct. to make this square, to make the stars.
Correct.
And we're going to be starting with 6x6. If you have gone to Michael's, you see these paper packs and they're already the sizes that you need. So they have 6x6. They have really fun paper packs here. We get these all the time for every holiday. You know, so they're already pre-cut for you.
Yes, and again, you can do any size square. They just have to be equal. 2 equal size squares. So you can do them teeny, you can do them big. Actually, we made really small ones for Christmas once. They look like little ornaments. Do you remember that?
Yes.
They were so cute. Actually, you could make them, little earrings would be so adorable, wouldn't they?
That would be very cute.
Come on.
That would be very cute. The cat's name is Teddy Kruger. All right, so we're going to start our squares to make our stars. So we take 1 square, and this is all about the fold. All right, so we're going to fold it like a envelope. We're just going to take the bottom and fold it up to the top and press down. Good, that's our first fold there. Now we're going to take it corner to corner and fold across. And again, don't worry, we'll be going over this a few times. Now I'm folding it with my fingers. If you have, Fiskars also has a bone folder, which is great for scrapbooking, crafting, sewing, that you can kind of use this to press down to make an even, clean fold.
I think the trick with a bone folder is it depends on the type of paper you have, how hard you want to press it down.
Yes. Hello from Los Angeles. Now we did that for 1 triangle fold. Now we're going to open up again and we're going to do a 2nd triangle fold. So the opposite triangle. It might be confusing, but you'll see, you'll kind of get the gist of it as we keep going here. Like Andrew said, it's kind of like an origami.
But the great thing is it's really repetitive. So if you are having trouble, don't worry. We're going to do it 100 times again.
So we did 1 fold this way. Then we did our corner to corner. And now we're going to do another fold like an envelope. so that you should have a fold in each side.
I wanted to say about the bone folder. I think the bone folder is actually a great gift for if you know a crafter out there. And sometimes I feel like it's hard to buy for crafters, like find a gift that I feel like a lot of crafters have everything. A bone folder, I feel like, is really affordable, and it is a tool that has been around for so long, but makes a great gift because a lot of crafters might not have it.
You said it, kid. All right, so everybody, do you have a suggestion for a paperweight? Everybody caught up with that? So now we're just gonna make some little folds here around the entire square. We're gonna take our side and fold it into the center. And this area, you don't have to press too much. We're just using this fold as a guide for where we cut before we fold our paper stars.
So you just wanna pinch in the middle.
Just pinch. And again, we're going around all sides. So I'm going to turn it and I'm going to take this side and bring it up to the center fold and just pinch it. Turn it around, bring this side up to the center fold and pinch it. If you're all crafting with a low temperature glue gun today, now would be a good time to plug it in and have it warming up. Turn it one more time, and we're going to fold that side into the center and just pinch it. Everybody doing okay if you're crafting along? Okay, we're going to go over it a few times, so don't worry. I'm going to continue on with the star, and then we'll do the second half. Sure. So now we have all these folds, so we're going to cut here. These are the folds we're going to cut on. I'm just going to draw a line just so you see.
Yeah,
you don't have to draw this line. You just use the fold as your guide. Okay.
Can you see those? I picked the marker. Yeah, you can see those. So Dennis just drew where we're going to cut. This is not a step you need to do. We just want to make sure that everyone can see it. And that's why you do that fold, that center fold, and crease it. It's so you can see where you cut up to.
I see a lot of helpers helping their kids. Thank you so much for stepping in and helping. It is a little confusing, but once you get the hang of it, you'll see, and you'll be able to crank these out like nobody's business. So now we're going to cut on the long piece of paper there up into the center fold.
And you know,
see, and it's just a little snip. And again, I'm using the 5-inch Fiskars kid scissors.
And you know, it actually might help to draw the line yourself. If you think that would help you remember, like know exactly where to cut to, take a marker and just draw the line just like Dennis did. All right, so now we have our 4 slits cut.
Yes. And now Felicia just did a reminder too. We have this whole blog post on our blog if you need to go step by step. And this class will also be recorded and posted on Michael's YouTube channel that you can always go back and follow along. You know, and then this way you can pause, kind of keep it on. You know, unfortunately, we have a limited time here, so sometimes we just have to move forward. But again, like I said, we're going to be making a few of these today, so we'll go back and do each step over and over and over again, okay?
That's right.
So now we're going to start to fold our points here, like on the star here, okay?
Yeah, this is where you really start seeing it come together.
So I'm going to take my first area here, and I'm going to fold into the corner. So it's almost like a paper airplane. And I'm going to use where I cut down to that fold, and I'm going to fold it like a point. You see, I'll kind of wait for you to. So it didn't go over this line. It just folded up to that line so that we have a little point there. You see, it's like a paper airplane. And we're going to do the same thing around the entire star. Yes, you can use a glue stick instead of a glue gun. However, sometimes it doesn't harden quick enough, you know, so if you want to make these like pretty quickly and just make a whole bunch, a glue gun is better, but you can use a glue stick or craft glue.
Yeah, you might just need to pinch it for a few seconds to make sure that it holds.
I'm gonna hold it up for a little bit so you can see. So again, it's like a paper airplane. And we're just gonna do that same fold around the entire piece of paper. So I'm gonna go from my cut here and fold till there's a point. You wanna make sure that the paper lines up to this center fold.
Now, when I was doing this, my paper sometimes would rip right here. Don't worry if it does. Don't worry if it does.
Yeah, especially if you're a first timer. That's pretty common.
Yeah, and I also think sometimes it's just the type of paper you're using. So don't worry. You won't really notice it, which is the great part.
How's everybody doing? I'm gonna keep moving on here. So we're just folding like a paper plane, paper airplane, each side of the star. This is one of the more confusing crafts just because there's a lot of different aspects to it. But again, like I said, once you get the hang of it, it really becomes a mindless kind of activity.
Bye, Debbie. Thanks for stopping by.
And again, we'll do the giveaway at the end of the class today. We ask a trivia question, and then we have you send us your answers via DMs on social media, or you can also email us. But we'll go over that at the end of the class today. How's everybody doing? Okay?
Oh, I see some stars starting over there.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Good job. Oh my gosh. Amy J. Star student. Love to see it. Yes. Easy. Love these. These are amazing. Awesome. Yeah. So this is basically the shape of the star.
Stravanthi, great job.
All right, so now we're gonna grab our glue gun or our glue stick, and we're gonna create the shape of the star. So we're gonna give it some more shape. So you can see we have all our folds, it's all ready to go. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna overlap each corner and glue. So we're gonna take one corner, it kind of does it wherever it goes, and we just wanna glue it like that so it overlaps, you see?
Cherie, don't worry, we're gonna do all the same steps in just a couple of minutes. So if you miss something, don't worry, we're gonna do it all over again.
And we're just gonna press down. Of course, be careful when working with a glue gun. That should be supervised by an adult if there's one there. If you also have a glue stick, that's okay too.
Yep, glue stick, craft glue, even double-sided tape would work.
So you see I have my first point there. So we're gonna work around the car, and we're gonna keep doing the same action here. So we're gonna just fold this, make sure it goes. Sometimes you have to turn your star around and just pinch it here. Oh, someone's using glue dots. I love a glue dot.
Oh, I love a glue dot. Great thinking.
Now this works better with cardstock just because it gives it some extra
a stiffness. Oh, I would say it gives it extra stiffness that helps everything kind of stay together.
Can you fix that? You all are doing super well. We were a little nervous about this craft because it is a little tricky. It's a little tricky. We're not going to lie.
But that's why I like it. I like a craft that takes me a little bit of time to understand, but then I do well and I understand it.
So again, before I glue my last star here, I just had to turn it around and just kind of pinch the center point of the star just to give it a little more flexibility because, it won't glue properly if it's not pinched. And then we're going to glue our last point there.
Look at that.
And we have our first side of our star completed.
That is fun. Can I make the next one?
Sure, yes. Because maybe sometimes hearing it from someone else explain it helps.
I agree because
oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
All right, everybody. So now we're going to do the same thing.
Hello, the curious crafters.
One more time. And don't worry, if you don't get it this next time, we're going to do it again. And I just want to say
we'll never stop.
We are working on our Fiskars Silicone Mat. I love to bring this out when I'm crafting because it's a nice smooth surface. And it's great if you're working with a glue gun because if it drips, it easily peels off and it doesn't ruin your table. It also washes really easily. So if you're working with paint, this is such a great tool to just use while you're crafting. Okay, now you can use the same color for your star. You could do two blue ones and it would look very cohesive, but we think it's fun to kind of switch it up. So we are going to do, I'm going to do this nice pink one. What do you think of that? So the first thing I'm going to do is
Kathy said she's having trouble folding exactly to the point. Any tips?
You know, Kathy, I think that's the tricky part, but I think once you kind of start doing it, you'll realize that it's very forgiving and you won't notice if it's exactly
a perfect point.
Yes, you do want to kind of focus getting it to the tip. Maybe if you're having trouble, you need to snip just a little bit more to make the angle correct to get to the point. Maybe that would help. Okay. So we're starting off with our square, and I like to do it by folding it in half one way.
Like a burrito.
And then I like to start from the middle and then push out. That's how I like to do my creases. And then I like to fold it in half and go this way. So I've created like a cross. So it's one this way, one this way.
Looking back, I should have started with that.
You know, I was wondering that. Someone needs a little more coffee. So, yep, we just fold it once this way and once this way. So now we have 4 little squares. Now I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to do corner to corner. So I'm going to take this corner and fold it up to this corner. I like to put my finger down, start in the middle, crease out nice and slow to make sure the paper didn't shift. There we go. Open it, and then I'm going to turn it again and do corner to corner. So I'm holding it down, going out, and going out again. So then when I open it up, it almost looks like a sunburst. So we have a line going both diagonally and then horizontally and vertically. Are we all there? I feel like you're all very fast, so I'm going to keep on going. So then this is where we're just going to do our folds to mark where we're going to cut. So this is what Dennis called the envelope fold, where I'm not folding it all the way. I'm going to fold it just to the middle line. And this isn't a full fold. I'm going to
just a pinch.
Yeah, I'm going to hold my finger here and take my other finger and I'm just going to pinch it. Make a little mark. So you see that when we're all done, I'm going to see, oh, this mark is where I'm going to cut to. So actually, I can even just take my marker right now and I will just go for it. And I'm going to turn it and I'm going to do another envelope fold.
Do you all, Andrew and I have been having a discussion here about crafting in the summer. Do you all like to craft in the summer or craft in the winter? Both. Both, yes. Okay.
So I'm going to turn it again. Remember, I'm not going
all day, every day.
All the way up. I'm just going to the center.
Carol said year round, all year. Wow, I love to hear that.
I'm going to pinch. And one more time. So to the center, pinch, and draw my line. Now, if you start making a lot of these, you can actually omit doing this step. That means you don't have to do this step. You can kind of eyeball it and go about halfway. That way, when you do it this way, it's not as precise, but that's okay too. So then I'm going to take my great kid scissors, and I'm just going to cut up to the line where the line ends or where the pinch is.
Sandy said, all the time, maybe change crafts depending on the temperature. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Curious crafters all day, every day.
Of course.
Michelle said, we'll even carry the Cricut outside to craft in the summer.
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
We used to do that a few summers ago, and it was just so fun to be outside crafting. I want to make sure I'm going right up to the line. That's what I like about these scissors too. They really help with precision. So I'm like, yeah, sorry. I just want this little teeny piece, and I can do it very easily with these scissors. There we go.
It's so nice to see so many of you today. And again, we're going to be doing our cicada craft class July 23rd. We hope you join us for then, and we'll be doing a giveaway then as well.
All right, so now is the folding part. So what we're focusing on is trying to get a nice crisp edge right over here. And I'm gonna take my time on that and kind of start here, and then allow the paper to really decide where it's gonna fold. And it went right to the line. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. So again, I'm focusing on here. Sometimes you have to take your fingers and manipulate the paper if it's folding a little weird, and you just wanna make sure, oops. And I'm gonna fold this one to line up. Now, do you see this paper I'm using ripped right over here? That's okay. I'm gonna take my finger. If it bothers me later, if your colored paper ever rips and it's showing white or a different color underneath, you know what a great tip is? Find a marker that matches and then just fill it in. Again, this is paper, so sometimes it's a little finicky.
Michelle, could be pretty with pattern paper as well. Yes, Michelle, yes, we do that for the holidays. We have like flannel stars.
Here's one of
ours. There's one of them. They look really great, like in a Christmas tree or on a garland, or just hanging up from the ceiling.
Yeah, this is from a 12 by 12 pack from Michael's. They have all those great holiday ones. So they're just super fun.
We're going to start to normalize doing stars for every holiday.
For every holiday.
We'll probably do them for Halloween with Halloween paper.
I think for Halloween, I think they'd be super fun. I think for Thanksgiving, why not? I'm trying to go through all the holidays. And I'm just going along. If anyone has any questions, this is a great time to ask. Oops, you see my thing didn't line up here. So what I can do, I can leave it, or I can just kind of take my fingers and refold it a little bit. There we go.
Oh, Sandy said, I've used book pages for paper crafts also.
Oh, Sandy, that's a great idea. I love upcycling a book. And it really adds this beautiful texture with all the text on the page. And a lot of books have this beautiful coloring from them being a little older. I think that's so fun. These would actually be really, really fun. I think they'd be on the smaller side, probably depending on like the book you use, but I think they would look great with some book pages. All right, that'd be fun for like a back to school, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right, so now
people don't want to hear that though. They're just starting their summer.
Oh, that's very true. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about going back to school. Okay, so now remember we're gonna glue on one of the folds and then overlap them and press. So if you're using a glue stick, you can take the little tunnel you just made and really press it if it's not staying. You could even take a clothespin and close it up if you want.
Or like a paper binder.
Yeah, just to help it stay, and you can leave it there for about a half hour and you should be fine.
Oh, Sandy has all the ideas. Her creative juices are flowing. She said, just thought a traveling map would make a fun decoration also.
Oh my gosh, Sandy, that's a great idea. I love that. I feel like when I talk to other crafters too, my juices start flowing. I am thinking of a million things. I think the hardest part is remembering them later. Okay, so I'm going to show you one thing here. This is a very nitpicky thing you can think of while you're folding these, because you will see the folds depending on which side you're displaying these, I guess. One fold is much wider than the other. So instead of putting the more narrow fold on top, that will create a crease. You'll see the crease here. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But if you want to not have that, glue on the thinner fold and then overlap with the wider one. And that's going to give you a nice clean edge.
We got another tip from the Curious Crafters. We like to use the scissor tip to press the glue from the inside. I love that.
Oh my gosh. Wait, like this?
Like that. Yes, to push up. Yes.
Okay, that is a game changer. I love when, I feel like with scissors, you can do so much. You can even use the scissors as a bone folder too. I love that, Curious Crafters. The Curious Crafters are in
good, Amy J.
Madison, Wisconsin. It's a craft studio. They're crafting along with us today, which is super excited. If you're in the area, you should check them out. And if you're not, you should check them out on Instagram too. I'm going on my last one here.
Yes, Amy J is already ahead of you, gluing her stars together.
You know what? I love that, Amy J. That is great. It's like when the birds leave the nest, you know?
Yes,
fly,
yes.
be free. All right, so we have both of our stars here. Look how great. And then, yes, they are going to kind of sandwich together just like that. And I should say, when you finish your thing, you should kind of pinch, like Dennis said, just to make sure the point is nice and pointy. Now, this next step, I do think it's helpful to have a glue gun, a glue stick. I think you could have, but it might just take a little bit more. Yeah, you might just need to hold it more. But here is the thing. It's a little tricky to do. What you want to do is kind of look at your star and see where they meet. So see where the papers are pressing, and that's where you're going to add your glue. So I think it's usually around like here, here, and here, and you really don't need a ton. Of course, if you're making these to wave around at a 4th of July parade or barbecue, you probably want to glue them down pretty well. But if they're going to be in a centerpiece, most likely people aren't going to touch them too much. So you don't want to glue it like that. You want to kind of stagger them just like this. Wait, how do I do this? Bring it more towards that. Sorry. And there we go. I'm just going to press it. And this is kind of the part you just kind of have to like push it, manipulate a little bit with your fingers. It's kind of the thing where you don't want to crush it, but you do want to make sure they meet. And there you go. We have one star completed. I mean, I think it's pretty cute. We're going to show you how to do the wands after, but we think we should do another star.
Let's just do one more star quickly.
And you know, as we do it, we're going to kind of go a little faster.
Okay, I guess I'll use, should I use the glitter
Use
paper?
the
The glitter paper is really fun. All right, so again, I'm going to do it like Andrew did. Fold it like a burrito or like you're making a bed.
Fold it in half.
Fold it in half, yes. Andrew's my interpreter.
You know, you've known someone long enough, you can kind of know what they're thinking. And yep, you want to fold it nice. Yep.
Yep, this is a little hard to see because the glitter.
Yeah, the glitter.
So we have a cross or like a grid. And now we're going to go corner to corner. Open it up, and the other corner to corner. Do you want to come on the chat here? Or?
Let me see what people are saying.
And I'm just going to eyeball my cuts here. So I'm cutting on the straight edges, just about halfway.
Christy, I know you joined late, but this is the same thing over and over and over. So if you're just joining now, anybody out there, there's still time.
It's like Groundhog's Day for stars. I just want to show Teddy.
Hi, Teddy.
He's very focused. Not the other Teddy from Curious Crafter Teddy. The cat Teddy.
Teddy's a great name.
Okay, and then we're just going to start to fold in to make our points.
How about attaching the stars through a hole at the center point and attach a decorative button to either side to finish it? I love that. I think something in the center of these stars would be so cute. I keep thinking about Halloween. Something
Like a
in the
skull.
center would be so great. We've even taken these stars. Actually, our hallway in our apartment has stars from 2 years ago. I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but at the same time, I'm not. We did the big stars we showed you, the 12 by 12 plaid stars, and we hung them up with wire, and we have about 30 of them in all different
Like
lengths,
levels,
and
sizes.
It's just a beautiful vision when you walk in. So beautiful. We haven't changed it in
2 years.
2 years.
This might be the year though, because we have to put the Halloween stars up.
Yeah, that's true. But they're great too because they save really well. They're easy, you just don't want to crush them, but they're great.
Once you get the hang of it, you could really start to kind of just crank these out. And I know you were talking about embellishing them. I think that's really fun too, because there's really, this is the limit. The star's the limit. You can really kind of make these and add them and embellish them however you want.
That's right. And it's all about the paper you choose. If you want to just do gold or silver stars, it'd be very classy. I'm thinking like prom.
Oh,
that
yes, like junior prom. Yes.
Or
graduation.
Or, oh my gosh, how great would that be? Like gold and black or your school colors. I mean, and this is a great one too. Let me do one.
Oh, sure.
This is a great one too, because this is one, if you're having a party, if you need me to talk about what I'm doing, let me know, but I have a spiel coming up. If you have a party coming up and you're worried about the decorations, you're feeling a little overwhelmed, this is a great one to get your friends involved with. Have them come over, pick up some Fiskars scissors, and have the materials ready. And how great would it be just have everybody involved cranking out these stars? You can make so many. So again, I'm folding half, and then I'm folding again in half, and then I'm going to do corner to corner.
The colors and holidays are endless. Baby showers to nursery decor.
That's right. When I was growing up, I would always want to decorate my room. I'd always want to change it out and make it my own. So this is another great one too. You could really make them fit like your room, how you want them to look. You could hang them from your ceiling using some command hooks or something. So wait, I went corner. Sometimes I like to do a little mental check with myself as well. So here we went. You can see the little sunburst. And now I'm going to do our little trick of folding it to the center to get our cut point. So again, I'm just going to press and go over here and press. And you don't have to do this. If you've gotten the hang of it, I think, Dennis, did you not do this part?
I didn't. I just cut.
He just cut. So you don't have to do this step. I find it a little easier, but that's the thing about crafting. You really get to make it your own, which is great.
Yeah, and kind of see what works best for you,
Absolutely. So again, I'm taking our scissors and I'm just going to that point. I am the type of crafter, when I'm cutting something, I have a hard time talking. I feel like my tongue is out a little bit and I'm focused. There we go. So now we have our 4 cuts, and now we're going to start folding the points. So again, you really want to focus on this point here to make sure that it's a nice point itself. Then I'm going to fold it again. And here we go again. We're going for it. Now, are you finding this craft to be pretty easy, manageable? How are you feeling about this craft?
They're 50-50.
They're 50-50. Okay. I mean, I'm really impressed
Easy.
with how everybody is doing. I feel like everybody's really focused. I'm seeing a lot of stars coming along. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and again, you could always go review this these steps on our website, craftylumberjacks.com, or this video will be live on Michael's YouTube channel in about 24 hours, so you can always review the steps. Kind of hard. I know, it does take time. It does take time. Bye, Sandy.
All right, and now I'm going to glue.
We're almost at the end here. Again, we're going to be doing our live giveaway at the end of the class here. Yes, and Felicia just shared, you know, we always love to see any projects that you make with us or any other crafter with Michaels. So always use the hashtags Michaels Classes, Make It With Michaels, or Learn With Michaels. This way they can see all your projects and we can see all your projects.
Absolutely.
We love getting DMs and hearing from you all, sharing ideas and projects. So, you know, don't ever feel shy of reaching out. Oh, I'd like to do just one half of the project, 1 star, and put it on my mirror as decoration. I love that.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Gluing them together is the hardest part. Yes,
Absolutely.
it is hard to line up where to glue. But, you know, once it's kind of there, it doesn't matter. You can't really tell. As long as it's glue and it's secured, you know, it's really very forgiving.
Absolutely. Okay, so there they are all glued. And I'm just going to...
Easy craft. I'm going to do it at 4-H camp this summer.
You could even glue them like this, too. If you want to do your mirror, you could glue 2, but instead of sandwiching them together like this, you could glue them like this.
Oh, my gosh, that looks good. Azia, is that how you pronounce your name? That looks beautiful.
And then you have a flat backing. So this would be great on a present like this. I mean...
The smellies are having the best part. The best time. Sorry, I'm reading like 4 different things.
Oh my gosh.
I love that, the smellies, the smelly family.
All right, so now I'm going to look where they line up. Yes, this is the trickiest part. So I'm thinking a little glue here and a little glue on this side. So I'm going to pull
so you want to line them up back to back.
Back to back.
There you
go.
go.
Glue here and a little glue here. And I'm trying not to make the glue shown, so I'm going more in the middle because you really don't see the middle. And I'll be honest, I've done this before.
And it is still a little tricky.
Here we go. There we go.
I just wanted to show the other kid scissors.
Wow. All right.
Very cute.
Very, very fun.
I just wanted to show some of the other kid scissors. Like we said, they come in a wide variety of different colors and lengths.
Yeah, so they're really great for all different ages. Michaels has all of these scissors in the Fiskars section, in the kids section, so check them out.
Yes. Now for our wands, what we're doing is we're just taking a dowel here, and you can decorate your dowel however you want. We found some really colorful and fun ribbon at Michael's, and we said, oh, this is perfect. They actually, oh, Teddy's mad I'm taking the ribbons. He's like, wait a second, what are you doing here with these?
Don't take my ribbon.
But they have, you know, such great, you know, selection there at Michael's. So you can really find anything you need. And we thought for the dowels, rather than kind of painting them or coloring them, what we would do is just kind of wrap our dowels with a piece of ribbon.
Yeah, you want to start with a nice long piece.
Yeah, long piece. Do you think it's long enough?
You got to take your chances on that. Yeah, I guess you can.
Yeah, and I'm just going to glue this around my ribbon, around my dowel here.
Now I'm going to give a little shout out to Dennis. When Dennis was growing up, his mom was a really big crafter, and they would go to craft fairs together. And Dennis used to decorate dowels and create.
I made ribbon dancers.
And
I would sell them at the craft fairs, or I would go to even like events, like a firework event, and I would sell my ribbon dancers. I think it was like $2, $3. But I was like hooked.
Wait, can you show that part again?
Oh, sure. Sorry. I
went into Storyland. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's just I just glued it to the top of the dowel, and I'm just doing a little twist and wrapping it down the dowel and pulling it down.
Oh, so you're twisting the dowel.
I'm twisting the dowel, yep, and letting the ribbon fall wherever it wants.
You know, and this really looks to me like a straw. So if you have straws at home, like plastic or paper straws, that's another great item to use. But we always have some wooden dowels on hand. For some reason, I feel like we always use them in crafts throughout the year.
Dowels, yes.
Yeah.
Even for like cleaning or something around our apartment, we're like, I need a skewer.
Yes. And the great thing about the kid scissors too is they don't only cut paper,
but you can cut the ribbon and fabric.
Well.
And it's really smooth, really easy. Get a nice clean cut there.
And can I just say they stay really sharp? They're not sharp to the touch.
Diana B said, I'm using a chopstick. Take out chopstick.
Perfect. I love that. It's a good way to upcycle them. Fiskars, the kid scissors are not sharp to the touch, but they stay sharp to cut your materials.
Yeah, which is really great. So I'm just going to do one more here while we're here. But again, you can decorate your dowel, like Andrew said, a star, a skewer, chopsticks. You know, you don't even have to do this part if you don't want. You can just have the stars as they are and just hang them on your wall or decorate. Someone did ask how they hang them.
Oh.
So I think we just poked like a little piece of wire.
We did. I'm just going to, I wonder if I could, let me just go grab.
And I'm just going to glue it there. You know, when you get older and you're using a glue gun a lot, you don't have any feeling in your fingertips anymore. So that's something to look forward to.
I was going to say, if you do not have a glue gun or you don't want to use a glue gun, I think instead of using a glue stick, using some craft glue or some, school glue would work for this step pretty well.
Do you want to show your trick?
I do.
Or are you getting
I have a wire. I have everything right here. Okay, let me show you to hang these. All we do to hang these is we take a little thumbtack and just poke it. Now this will be the top. So you kind of just want to decide where you want the top of your star to be. I'm going to poke it just through this one side. It's not going to go all the way through, which is totally okay. And what we have here is just some wire. This is just some floral wire that we found at Michael's. And what I'm going to do is I just looped it and I'm just going to feed it through. And then I can just kind of bend it. And there you go. Now you could do the same thing if the wire is too wiry for you. We found when we hung them up in our hallway, you really didn't notice them, but you could do some invisible, what is that, like fishing line type stuff, and then that's how you hang it. So easy. Now
to finish embellishing our little dowels here, I like the thinner ribbon just to get like a little shaky shake, throwback to my childhood, the ribbon dancers. Oh, we had some jokes about the glue gun. Not true. I always feel I burn when I use my glue gun. Leather fingers, something to look forward to. So I like the thinner ribbon for this part. So I'm just going to measure out about a 1.5 feet, 2 feet.
Oh, he likes it nice and wavy. I like
ribbon,
that.
And I'm going to gather them at the top here.
And with the ribbon, for the fringe aspect, for the flowy ribbon, they can be all different sizes. You can
all
trim
different
them.
Colors, all different shapes. Just going to give it a snip with the kid scissors. So much you can do with those. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot at the top here.
And we're tying it in a knot just to help them stay
together.
Stay together.
You can just glue these onto your dowel or however you want.
How about a paper clip? That is a great idea. A paper clip would work just perfectly to create your hole in the star if you're going to hang them.
Yes, I'm going to actually just glue this, I guess.
Yeah.
But you could just tie it around your dowel. I'm just going to glue.
There you go. Yeah,
sorry,
you just
when
want to
it's
attach
small,
it.
it's just, yeah.
And the thing is, you're never gonna see this, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. There we go.
Yeah, and this is actually going to go inside our star. to create our little star wand. Do we have a star?
We have a star right here.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to add some glue to the end of your stick.
Yeah, and we're just going to look for, you see once you glue your stars, there's little holes here, like in between the stars. So we're just going to put some glue on our little stick there and then put it into the star.
And you know, if you are making these for guests or for yourself to really wave around, you could glue the stick in before you glue your stars together. No one can really see.
Oh, sorry.
There
it's
you go.
hard to craft and film and talk and all that.
So you just want to push it up in there.
Yep, I'm just going to hold it where the glue is.
And then you can see we have, I mean, how fun are these? So easy, minimal materials. You could even make the fringe out of paper. You can really get creative and use what you have at home. I think that's the best part about these, how versatile they are and how you really don't need tons of materials. All right, should we go to our other camera?
I think so.
And talk about the giveaway before we go?
This was so fun.
Hi, everybody.
We got him.
Oh my
we
gosh.
got him. We did it.
You know, it was a journey, but we got there. Isn't that the best part?
It was. And now that you know how to do it, you can do this for every holiday, like we were saying.
Yes.
They're really fun, make a big impact.
I was going to say, I love this. We have like a vintage thermos. Putting these in here, I just put a couple paper towels in here to help them stay. And look how beautiful this is. Wouldn't this be great for a tablescape? I love it. Okay, are we ready for our giveaway?
Yes. Yeah, well, let me see. If anybody made a star, you want to hold it up?
Oh, so yeah, let me see.
Oh, looking good. Oh, these look awesome. Very nice job.
Oh, I love that yellow. Oh, that one is so big. I love it.
Yes. Oh, nice job, Polly. Very pretty.
All right, Curious Crafters.
Oh, my gosh. These are amazing.
Oh, that teal and pink is beautiful. I love when you surprise me with colors I never would have thought of.
Yes. Nice job, everyone. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So again, we're going to be doing our Paper Cicada craft class on July 23rd. We hope you join us for that. That's another one for kids, for the whole family. Really cute here. Really easy to make.
Yes.
We always say easy and then it's, you know.
Well, no, this one.
Yeah, these are pretty easy. This is easier than the star, I think.
It is a little easier than the star. And this one's super fun. Okay, so every class we do a giveaway. And this giveaway, we are going to be giving away a pair of kid scissors, a pair of the OG adult pair of scissors,
the Fiskars bone folder.
We're going to give away, let me grab it. We have so many materials right now. The paper trimmer.
And of course, the iconic Fiskars Silicone Mat.
Yes. Okay, now the rules of the giveaway. We're going to ask a question, and all you have to do is answer it by sending us a message on Instagram, Crafty Lumberjacks, or you can email us at craftylumberjacks@gmail.com. And if you get the answer right, or if you get the answer wrong, or if you Google the answer, it doesn't matter. You are entered in the giveaway. So don't put too much stress on it. Okay, the question is, on average, how long does a watermelon take to grow? Since it's summer, we thought we would do a summary question. We always try to
switch it up.
So on average, how long does it take for a watermelon to grow?
Yes. So send us your answers, either email craftylumberjacks@gmail.com or on social media, anywhere across every platform, Crafty Lumberjacks.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful summer. Thank you to Fiskars and Michaels. And
Absolutely.
we hope to see you on the 23rd.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.